This is one of the greatest shows we have had. We had Sir Joan, we had Robertson, now we have had Kirsten. Now, let's move to Mike Kirkpatrick, and thereafter it will be Professor George Cheyunem. And in the background, you can see the Mutebi art pieces and Mutebi's picture itself. Please go ahead. You have 5 minutes.
As Miss Joan had said earlier about the love of talking, I also love to talk. But I think what has been said here, I can't add much to. Fred has been able to bring together people from around the world through his personality. Well, first through his talent, which has taken him around the world, through his personality, which has attracted people to him, and through his dedication and his passion for his community, have brought like-minded people together, a diverse group of like-minded people. People who come from different economic backgrounds, different cultures, different life experiences, and brought them all together. And in this Zoom meeting that you have put together here, Nuwa, and inviting Fred is just another example of how we can, as citizens of the global village, come together for a greater purpose, to have an impact on the community and on society. And Fred is the, he's the epicenter of that for me, and how I've gotten to meet Leslie, and gotten to meet you and spend time in your shop behind the National Theater. I've gotten to meet so many wonderful, dedicated, passionate, creative Ugandans because of Fred Mutebi. And I consider him a brother. I mean, we are a part of a big family in this global village. Some may say, when they find these coincidences, they may say that, it's a small world, but I'd rather think that we're a part of a big family. So what each of us bring to these efforts exemplifies what a leader can do. And Fred is a leader because he's able to identify people who are serious, people who are dedicated, and people who can fill the gaps. Fred may be challenged with things of technology, so he makes sure that he brings somebody on board his team who's good at technology. Fred, one person may not be good at marketing, so a person involved with marketing may come onto the team. Somebody who is good at farming and agriculture out in Bukum and Simbi to facilitate the projects out there, he'll bring somebody on that's good at agriculture and farming. So he's really assembled a wonderful group of people so that this moves forward, and that we're able to make this a sustainable project that is not dependent on one person or one personality. And this is what's important to me, in that Fred is a community leader, and I follow Fred because he is a stakeholder in his community. Me as an American Mzungu, I love visiting Uganda. I can visit Bukum and Simbi. I can say all kinds of wonderful things about Fred and the community there, but I'm not a stakeholder in the community. And that makes a huge difference in making something sustainable. And Fred recognizes that. And I encourage that for anybody else in this room who is affiliated or supporting any other projects, whether it's in Uganda or in Africa, that your leadership be a part of the community and that they are stakeholders, because the future of that project, if the project succeeds, then the stakeholder succeeds. If the project fails, the stakeholder fails. And people like me, if I were to do a project in Uganda, if my project fails, I get to go home. And the community suffers with the failure. And that's what Fred has taught me. That is what Fred has taught me about effective leadership and being a community leader and what's effective, and how we can work together in the global village to affect change for a positive future. So thank you for this opportunity to speak. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you very much, Mike, and that was very beautiful. Mutebi, a community leader who has inspired many and continues to lead. Now, it's very fortunate for us because he's a member on the Board of Trustees of Uganda National Culture Center. So he's now a policy maker. So he's on the high table. So he can influence policy. He can influence enactment of laws. So when he has his chance to speak, we'll get him to tell us what he's doing in line with how he's using his position on the board to influence policy and help the powers that be understand the dynamics of art and how art is important and how culture is the backbone of any civilization.